Hey guys, let me know what kinds of things you want to see by liking, commenting, and subscribing.
Hey everybody, it's Dr. Hobby, and I just received in the mail a package from overseas, in fact from Sydney, Australia. I've been waiting for this one for quite a while, I can tell you. Interesting story about this. The reason that the box looks a little bit mangled and out of shape is because apparently they ordered the wrong size boxes at the factory, so a bunch of people had to sit in the warehouse and actually create boxes so that they could get these out. Now, what we have here is a commuter train set that runs in Sydney, Australia called the Tangara. Now, I think it might be pretty obvious from my channel that I like locomotives that are a little bit different, at least when you're talking about what one finds normally in the United States. Now, I own a set of passenger cars from Auscision, but I've never owned any kind of locomotive from them, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what this is like. Now, the first thing that struck me about the Tangara was just what it looked like. It's kind of odd and kind of quirky and kind of angular, and I really like it. Now, this paint scheme is known as the candy stripe paint scheme, and it's been pretty common in New South Wales for quite a while. I actually own another locomotive with the candy stripe paint scheme, which you can see a video of if you kind of scroll back in my history. All right, let's take a look at what we have in here. So it's kind of interesting. They give you an Auscision railer. I actually don't have a railer in my arsenal, so I'm actually happy to have this, so I'm glad they included it. Thanks a bunch. Okay, well, now I have to kind of dig through this packing material here, and well, hopefully it'll go pretty smoothly. I won't hurt myself somehow. The passenger cars I have had this same type of packaging, so it seems to hold things pretty well, so let's see how it did on an overseas trip. Yeah, everything looks all right so far. We've got kind of a diagram here. Helps me figure out what's going on. Well, one thing about this model is that it's not DCC and it's not DCC sound. I've noticed with a lot of these Australian models, they just don't have DCC sound versions, so I'm going to have to add a decoder. Of course, the last thing I'm going to want to do is tear up my brand new Australian model, so hopefully this will help me get the shell off so I can get the 21-pin decoder in just nice and easy. Now, this model is actually going to need two decoders, one to run the actual locomotive, the power car, which is on the front, and the other one to handle the lights on the back. One thing I absolutely love about this model is the tinted or smoked windows. I think it looks great. Look at the front of this thing. It's just so bizarre. I have some Italian locomotives that are kind of bizarre from the front, but yeah, this one sort of takes the cake. You can see the actual motor through the windows here. I'm not sure why they made that decision, but fair enough. And on the bottom, we've got a bunch of dip switches to control the different lighting configurations when you're in DC mode, I guess. Pretty sure in DCC, just leave them all on and then the controller will handle it, but I'll figure it out. Okay, here's something that's kind of a bummer. The front pantograph was actually damaged during shipping. It's kind of fragile and it's already kind of bent a little bit, so we'll have to see about fixing that. But other than that, it's just a really neat model. It looks great. Taking a look at one of the actual interior cars now. It's again, it has this smoked window effect, and it just looks really nice. Of course, one thing about Auscision is I noticed they don't light the interiors of their cars. Kind of figure with a more premium model, maybe this is something they can think about doing in the future. I just like models that are lit up, so something that I'm paying this much for might appreciate at least if they had electrical pickups on the wheels so that I could actually light it later if I wanted to without having to add any. Okay, well, let's look at the tail end. The tail end's a dummy, and the pantograph also popped up during shipping, and it just seems kind of fragile, and I'm not sure if it's trustworthy or not. But in the end, at least that one wasn't broken. Again, it has kind of this interesting, not the most aerodynamic looking front, but I think it looks great anyway. So, of course, the back doesn't have a motor, but it does have a space for a 21-pin decoder. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed the the short video of the Tangara here. It wasn't designed to be a long one. I was excited to get it, and I wanted to go ahead and unbox it, so I hope that you like the way it looks. And now that I've got it unboxed, I'll start making videos of it, and I'll post something more comprehensive pretty quick, I hope. I hope to be able to get to it pretty fast so you can take a look at it running. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and be sure to like this if you like it. Make some comments. I'd like to know what you think about this model, and also subscribe if you want to see more models like this. Thanks a bunch. Take care and stay safe.